Sunny Radio, 96.5, Journeys Don't Stop Believin', Sunny Sunrise Show, 8:39. It's a Friday morning, and oh boy, breath of fresh air just walked in the room.
Oh,
I'm talking about Pamela from New Hope Counseling. Good morning, Pamela.
Good morning, Diane.
So what are we talking about today? What do you think?
Well, we're talking about the Boomerang Generation.
What's that? What's the Boomerang Generation?
Well, there are 6 million children. Well, they're not really children. If they hear me call them children, they would not like that.
Oh, dear.
There are 6 million young adults in the United States who have moved back in with their mom and dad.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
Uh-uh.
Well, actually, it's 6,000,001 because I have become a boomerang mom.
Oh, okay.
This week.
Yeah.
And I thought I would talk about it because it's often something that brings people into counseling. Because it's like it can end up in a knockdown, drag out, dead fight because you
Major
have
changes, yeah.
major changes. And it's something we see here in the Hill Country like everywhere else. What happens, of course, is, well, statistically, it's between the ages of 22 and 35. You have a young person, young man or woman, who moves back in with mom or dad. And, of course, in the economic situations nowadays, you know, they finished college, they've gone out on their own, and they're just not making it economically. And so guess what? Mom, you know, you still have my old room, right?
You didn't fill it with exercise equipment.
Well, you might have turned it into a sewing room or, or exercise equipment, you know, or whatever. Turned it into your hobby room. And you thought you were an empty nester,
Sure.
like my husband and I. And
Sure.
you're not an empty nester anymore.
Yeah.
And it turns your life upside down. And, of course, you know, you have this young adult who you treat as a child. I mean, to you, this 25-year-old strapping young man that's been living on his own for 3, 4, 5, 6 years and comes back, and to you, he's still a 15-year-old.
Yeah, I was going to say 5 or 8.
Right? You know, he's still a kid.
Yeah.
And to him, he is a young adult, and he is totally annoyed when he realizes that you treat him as a child.
Sure.
Or you feel that he's still a kid. And it just turns your life upside down. Plus the fact that he or she is economically not making it. And you have you may have a really big economic burden just at that time in your life when a lot of people in the Hill Country are retiring on reduced income. So this is something that we're seeing more and more of in the Hill Country, and it's having a huge influence on couples' relationships.
So what's your advice for the parents that are moving in, just to be aware that you don't treat him like he's 15 years old?
Or she,
sure.
Like she's a child. And there are predictable issues.
Yeah.
Predictable relationship issues, but the biggest issue is the couple, the stress on you as a couple. And to be prepared that it's going to have a big effect on your relationship as a couple, because you've been an empty nester.
Sure.
You've built a relationship as an empty nester. And I would say, well, first of all, go and get counseling.
Okay.
Find a counselor and seek counseling, all 3 of you.
Okay.
Together if necessary.
Okay. And your advice for the Boomerang Generation, besides the seeking counseling, just if they're already in and it's working out and they don't feel like they are that, you know, where they need
if they have no problems. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. Come and counsel me.
So basically, there's going to be a problem.
Come and see me and tell me how to do it.